All right, it is Samsung season. We have the Galaxy S26 Ultra in hand. Now, this is my 1 week later video. Unfortunately, I was out of town when I picked this device up, so I didn't get a chance to come on here and give you guys my first impressions. So this is kind of going to be a first impressions, but a little bit of an extended first impressions because I've had it for a week. My main SIM has been in this phone for an entire week now, and I want to just give you guys my thoughts. Now, of course, a full review is coming a little bit later on. This is not a full review, but I will give you a little bit of, a few bullet points and things like that of what I've noticed in my experience of the last week using it. So let's go ahead and get started. We have that beautiful white, this like stormtrooper white style because of the black lenses. You got the white device right here. Absolutely beautiful. This, in my opinion, is the best color that the Galaxy S26 Ultra comes in. Now, I do, like I said, have my main SIM in here. This is on, if I can get it to turn on. This is on right there. As you guys can see, I do have service in this. I have been using this. It's at 84% right now. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, the first thing you notice is that unboxing experience when you take it out. I took it out. As you guys saw, I did do a short unboxing of my phone. If you guys want to see that, I'll leave that at the end of this video, where I did a YouTube short showing you everything that this comes with. But as soon as I took it out of the box, I immediately fell in love with this color. I think it looks really, really good. Now, one thing we noticed right off the back is that this raised camera bump. Now, Samsung, I really wish you guys didn't do that because it makes this device wobble, and that's one thing that I noticed right away is that this thing, it wobbles, boy. I'll tell you what, it wobbles. So you do get that right there. Now, another thing right away that you notice when you take it out of the box is that the edges are much more curved, or not much more, but they're a little more curved. So it is definitely a little bit more comfortable when you are using this. It definitely feels a little better in the hand than the S25 Ultra. And also it is a little bit thinner, which you do notice also with cases on and everything like that. Even with the device by itself, it is a good bit thinner to the point where you actually notice it. And I did have the S25 Ultra before. I did actually use that as a trade-in with this device, so I don't have it anymore to show it to you guys, but I did end up doing that. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about my experience, right? I did order mine from Best Buy because Samsung, for some odd reason this year, didn't do the storage upgrades for free like they usually do. Well, Best Buy said, nah, we got you. Not only did they do that, they also matched the trade-in value. So I got $900 for my S25 Ultra, traded that in, and got a free storage upgrade to the 512 gigabyte S26 Ultra in that white color, which I'm absolutely loving. So that is that. Got it from Best Buy the morning of. Now, unfortunately, the one thing you do not get with buying it at Best Buy or carrier stores is getting the device a few days early, but it's all good. So that is the form factor of the device. Now, one thing that's automatically noticeable, which still does feel really good, is that this is an aluminum device. It's not titanium anymore. Now, before you guys get started, I know I'm going to say the word, but just, don't roast me for it. With the iPhone, I know, just hear me out. With the iPhone, you definitely notice the aluminum feeling as opposed to the titanium. But with the S26 Ultra, even though it is aluminum, it still feels really, really good. Now, one thing about aluminum that you do have to worry about, though, is it definitely is a little bit of a weaker material. It may end up scratching a little easier and definitely may end up denting a little bit easier than the titanium version, which all that means is you're going to need a very good case that will protect your device and help you from getting those scratches and dents. And that's where today's sponsor, Kadabe, comes in. Now, we are taking a look at the Kadabe Paragon here. You guys know this. It was out last year for the S25 Ultra before, and what we know about this case is that it's going to be a nice and slim case, but it's also going to give you really good protection. Now, one thing they changed about the back is it's not so glossy anymore, and it does have a little bit of a slight texture on the back, so it's definitely going to give you a little bit more grip here on the back of the device. Of course, your perfectly precise individual cutouts when it comes to your cameras and all that. Then going on the sides, you're getting that Shocklight polymer that's going to give you 4.6 meters or up to 15 feet of drop protection. Of course, we know the Paragon is going to have these ridges that go up and down the left side and towards the middle down to the bottom of the right-hand side. That way you get maximum grip with this device and you don't have to worry about dropping it if it's in your hand. The Shocklight polymer is on the outside as well as on the inside of the devices as well, going all the way around the case. That way you know exactly you will be protected. Of course, those nice standalone metal clicky buttons that are replaceable. Kadabe does offer replaceable buttons on their website that you can take a look at if you're interested to really customize this case to make it the way that you want it. Now, on the inside, you are getting this very nice microfiber style felt material. It does say Kadabe there. Now, one thing that the S26 Ultra does not offer us, which Kadabe does, is magnets. So you are going to have those magnets built in so you can use all your MagSafe or any of your other magnetic accessories with this device, charging or grips, battery packs, all that, and it'll have a good magnetic connection on there. So let's go ahead and actually bring over the S26 Ultra. Attach this, it's going to have a really good fit on this case. And then the first thing let's look at is that screen lip. Now, one thing about the Paragon, as you guys know, is it's going to have the raised up front and back, but the sides are going to be swipe friendly. So you still can set this down and get maximum protection. And same thing when it comes to your camera lenses right there. Good raise on there, so that way you can set this down and you will be just fine. You don't have to worry about it. Of course, you get the bottom and the top that are slightly flattened right there. That way you have easier swiping. And of course, you're going to get all of your cutouts that are going to look very good. Your microphone's up here. This side is closed. The bottom, your S Pen is very easy to access. Your speaker right there, a microphone, and a nice wide USB-C port, so all your cables will fit in there. And of course, we got to test that S Pen out, so we can go ahead and pull this out and go ahead and write a little note. And as you guys can see right here, there is no MagSafe interference. Everything is just fine when it comes to this case. So it'll still work with your S Pen, it'll protect your device, and you really cannot go wrong with the Kadabe Paragon. Now, it's going to come in a few different colors. Now, this right here is going to be that midnight. It's also going to come in Ember and Ultraviolet. So that's just one thing you have to have when it comes to the S26 Ultra, is a very good protective case. So definitely make sure you check out the Kadabe Paragon. And a huge shout out to Kadabe for sponsoring today's video. Let's go ahead and move on. So moving along down to the bottom of the device, one thing that I noticed right away at least, is that the S Pen is, number one, it's no longer reversible. So if you go ahead and put it back in here, like this, it'll actually pop up and give you a warning, first of all. But second of all, it's not going to sit in there flush. So you're going to want to make sure you put this thing in there correctly every single time, just like that. And also, Samsung still no Bluetooth, which unfortunately makes me not use the S Pen too much, because I remember I had the S22 Ultra and I was loving the Bluetooth S Pen, so we no longer have that. Really sucks, but it is what it is. But honestly, when it comes to that, if it's up to me, and you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. It might be a little bit of a hot take, but I would rather them get rid of the S Pen and put magnets into the back of the phone than have that S Pen. To be honest with you, I used to say, I use the S Pen a lot and all that, but lately with the S25 Ultra and now with the S26 Ultra, I barely use it at all. So Samsung, I'm good with it. You guys let me know, like I said, but I'm good with it. Go ahead and get rid of that S Pen. Give me those magnets. I want those Qi 2 magnets built into the phone. Why can I not just plug that up to a charger and use it that way? Come on, Samsung. Let's get it done. And because there's no built-in Qi 2 magnets, you do have to rely on your cases. But I've noticed that one thing with the cases is not all of them are going to give you those Qi 2 charging speeds. But of course, you guys know we're going to be covering all those cases on the channel, so make sure you get subbed up for that, because all of the ones I can get my hands on are coming. Now, talking about the screen quality, right? One thing I did notice, and I could be wrong, but I've seen some people talking about it online too. It seems that the display took the slightest, absolute slightest step back from the S25 Ultra. It feels like sometimes it's a tiny, tiny bit hazy. Now, I understand why that is, and that's because of the privacy screen, which, by the way, is a really, really cool feature. I've been loving it, and I'm definitely going to talk more about it in my full review. But because of that, I do notice a slight hindrance in display quality. It's still amazing. I do have it on the Quad HD setting, so it still looks very good, but just comparing it, especially side by side with the S25 Ultra, you do notice a very slight hindrance in display quality. Now, speaking of that privacy screen, I have been loving this, right? So you go ahead and turn it on. Let's go ahead and open this up, right? So I do notice that if you're up close, it doesn't work as well. Now, it might be a little bit better because it's on camera with lighting and everything, but it does work from a little bit further away much better, which is perfect because the person looking over your shoulder from the right or the left isn't going to be directly in your face looking like, yo, let me see, what do you have on you? No, they're like right over here. They're like, oh, what is he doing on his phone? Little clandestine activities, like our boy Flossie Carter likes to say. No, This works really, really well. I've been loving it. I use it personally for my notifications, actually. Just, you know, you never know what's going to pop up, whether it's something important, something personal somebody may send you. So you never know what that is. But it's really cool because if you're sitting somewhere in public, for example, recently I was sitting down and waiting somewhere just the other day. I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and turn on that privacy screen just to make sure nobody's, you know, looking at what I'm doing. Sometimes you got to check your credit card statements, you got to do. I'm not doing anything weird. Come on now, get your mind out of the gutter. But it comes in practical use a lot, and I really, really love the privacy display. So it definitely does work, and I'm definitely going to keep testing it and give you guys more about it in my full review when that comes out very soon. Now, talking about these cameras, right? This is where, and this is just an issue for me. And I want to show you the issue that I've been having. So let me double click this and show you guys. So take a look. Do you see that right there? That line? My device came messed up. So I went to my Best Buy. They said, yeah, you got to unfortunately return it, get a new one, but none of them have them in stock. Everybody loves this white color so much. There's none of them in stock, so I am waiting. I'm not going to show you any pictures or videos. They do look very good with this device. Great pictures, no problem. But you do sometimes in those pictures see that line, and I don't feel that that's fair for me to show you guys and really criticize this phone because I got a defective unit. So I'm going to wait to get my replacement, and I will show you pictures and videos in the full review of how the camera actually works and all that. So unfortunately, I did get a little bit of a defective unit. Like I said, Samsung didn't send it to me. They don't know your boy. They have no idea who I am, but I did get that issue. So that is just one thing I want to show you guys. But it doesn't happen in the ultra wide camera. If I can just, it's really visible best when the screen is black. As you guys can see that right there. But when I do click the one, there you go. Once you use the main lens, I do have that. So that is an issue. That's why I'm not going to sit here and show you guys any pictures and videos because it does pop up. Now talking about the battery real quick, I'll be honest with you, and I know the phone's got to learn your usage and all that. I get it. That's why I'm not going to talk too much and give you stats or anything. But so far, I haven't been very impressed with the battery, and honestly, so far for me, the S25 Ultra battery has been better for me than the S26 Ultra, but I'm going to keep, you know, hammering down on it. I'm going to keep using it, let the device really learn. I'm not going to talk about it just yet because I don't want to, you know, get ahead of myself and then say everybody get, oh yeah, the battery's great, you're just not, you know, didn't learn your whatever. Listen, I saw the battery tests online. I know. That's why I'm not going to say too much of it, but so far in my experience, over the last week I've been using it, it hasn't been all that hot. But I'm going to let the phone keep learning. I'm going to let it keep using it, you know, all that. I'm not going to, you know, plug it in during the day or anything like that. We're going to really get it through its paces and wobbling. Really get it through its paces, test it out, and I'll talk about that more in the full review. Now, quickly about the performance. Again, more of that in the full review, but I haven't had any issues. No stuttering, no crashing, no app lagging, none of that. No, I haven't experienced any of that. And I also, just a quick little leap back over to the camera section. I don't know if this has this shutter lag anymore. I'm going to keep testing it. I got a little toddler, so he runs around. Perfect way to test the shutter lag. But I haven't really experienced that anymore. If you guys have the Ultra, the S26 Ultra, let me know down below. But yeah, performance has been just fine. No hiccups, no lags, none of that. I haven't had to force close all my apps or restart the device because it's been weird. None of that. So all around, it's been really, really good. Now, is this going to be an upgrade, a full-on upgrade over the S25 Ultra? Is it worth upgrading from the S25 Ultra to the S26 Ultra? I don't know. I can't really give my full opinion again because I got to test the cameras, the battery, all that other stuff. But definitely stay tuned to the full review because I will be answering that question. I'm not going to leave you guys with, oh, well, if you want. I'm going to really give you a 100% honest answer whether it's worth upgrading from the S25 Ultra that I had myself to the S26 Ultra that I have now. But yeah, guys, that's been my 1 week with the S26 Ultra. Like I said, this is not a full review, just my initial impressions, but also a little bit more than initial impressions because I didn't get a chance to make that video when the phone first came out. But yeah, let me know what you think about the S26 Ultra. If you got it, let me know what color you got, what storage, all that stuff. Where did you order yours from? Did you get it on time? Let me know all that stuff down in the comments below. And make sure you guys do stay tuned. Like I said, all the accessory videos are coming out very, very soon. But if you guys want to see that ASMR goodness unboxing short, I'll leave that video right here.